Hello YouTube. Today is January 15th, 2026. Um, Today nothing happened actually at all. I just had one course where I was basically just chilling. Um, and actually nothing else happened. I didn't really talk to anybody except some dude at the pizzeria where I was like, hey, how can I get a margarita? That was it. Um, so because nothing good happened, I want to talk about like a topic today. Um, you will probably already seen it on the title. At least I hope I will write it like that. Um, yeah, I will talk about like like loneliness and being alone. Um, it's more likely like Tyler would say, is it okay to be alone? The answer is yes. It's okay to be alone, definitely. Because you can do so much shit being alone. Like being alone, doing something alone, it's completely fine. Like it does not matter what you do. Actually, I think doing things alone is actually more interesting because like nobody's then going to stop you really. Like like my mission is now trying to get into Berghain, and I'm going to try it this week again. And if I would do that with another person, first of all, I would have less chances, probably zero chance to get in. And second, I don't know anybody who would do that type of shit except for me. So it's okay. It's definitely okay to do things alone or be alone because you would get a kind of freedom that you will never have, kind of. Because if you're alone, you're not scared to be yourself. You're not scared you're just not going to change in front of other people because you don't fucking care. These people are strangers to you. Why the fuck should you change? And if they fuck with who you are, then that's fucking amazing. So generally it's okay to be alone. I think it's one of the best things. But I think it's not good to feel lonely. Um, which I'm sadly also feeling very, very, way too often. I've I've noticed, or I started feeling that way not that long ago actually. Like I always knew I was alone, just because of like a couple of things. Well, actually no, you could say that I was lonely already in those times because back in 2018, I've lost every friend that I knew, and I started to fall not into depression, but like just falling into I'm just gonna call it a dark place, um, where I thought about, you know, you know, and it's over now, mostly. I still think about it, but I will never do it. Um, but that is maybe for another time. But again, there are so many friends, and in that moment, at those times, I did feel lonely. Then Of course, it got better with changing schools, but when I realized last year that I always was lonely, or noticed that I was feeling lonely because when I was back then, I was working slash studying for the IRS, and two times I was staying over the weekend in my dorm room and stuff like that. Usually I would have gone back to my parents, but on 2 weeks I stayed. And I was like, oh, I'm kind of bored. Let me just go on Omi TV, which is, if you guys don't know, is actually the biggest now version, like Omegle. And if you guys don't know what Omegle was, it was like a chat room kind of thing where you get connected to different people around the world, and you can talk to them. And I started, thanks to my TV, I noticed how lonely I actually am, and how much I'm just socially awkward, because going there for the first time, it already took me 30 minutes to just press like the start button, because I was just scared. And after pressing it, I also, like, I had to force myself to say, hey, how's it going? Something that maybe you um learn, like, comes out as breathing almost. But for me, it was just a struggle. It felt so forced. It got better now, um, but I'm still am scared a little bit when I'm starting that shit. Um, but on that day, on my first time on there, I've met someone and we talked like for 3 hours. Um, and at that time, I didn't have an Instagram and stuff like that, and I told her like, hey, can I have your Instagram so I can make an account, just because I like talking to you and stuff like that. And I made an account and stuff like that, and I still sometimes talk to her. It's been a bit. The last time was on Christmas. But yeah. Um, and thanks to her, I noticed that I'm just lonely. That I'm not just alone. That I'm just feeling lonely, because when I met her, I just did not care. I just, what I again said, I did not care about who the person in front of me is. I just wanted to talk how I'm feeling, like how I am right now, and it it felt so weird and great at the same time to like finally talk about me wanting to, and me just feeling like shit, kind of. And the weird part is, well, that really showed me how much I felt alone. That when I was at my workplace in the IRS and stuff like that, in the office department I was stationed at, on the first day, she texted me like like my name. Like I thought like something happened and stuff like that. So I was like, "Hey, what's up? I'm at work right now." And like a minute after, I realized that she called me on Discord, and after I saw that, I also got the text that, oh, that's you. that she like apologized and said that she wanted to talk to me because she had free time. And I blushed, like I genuinely just blushed in that moment. But I was also so pissed off because nobody ever fucking like calls me or like says, "Hey, how are you doing?" It never fucking happens. In that moment, I have realized that that I'm fucking lonely. That I just wish I could be more there because it is my fault that I have to feel like this. Because she also said that that I've kind of a cold aura, and it's true, I have that. I mean, if you're 12 and you lose every friend that you know, and some people betray you in that time, where you're in your lowest, you don't care anymore. And I just, thanks to that call and thanks to her, I realized how lonely I am. And it's the most shittiest feeling of all fucking time. Genuinely, if you ever feel lonely, do something about it. Like, genuinely, like, being alone is fine. Do something alone is fine. But if you don't have even a single person where you cannot be yourself, I think it's the most saddest feeling of all time. Where you cannot even tell your parents that you wanted to so often, but you didn't do it because you were scared. Being alone is nice. Everyone should have some time to be alone, just to relax, but when you realize it feels like you're forever alone, that is the most fucked up thing. Especially when you have friends, basically, but when they are only talking to you because it is convenient or they want something from you. Like one of my friends, I think the last last 4 out of 5 times he texted me was just because he wanted to ask me if I could drive him somewhere. Like, it's just shit. It's so fucked. Generally, if I would rather be alone. I would rather be alone than have that. But he is also still, that friend is also still a good person. But yeah, so it's okay to be alone. just do something about it. Just do something out of your comfort zone. Just go out clubbing. Just, or go to Army TV, and maybe you're lucky and you find actually like a decent person on there instead of just like some assholes. But don't be lonely. Don't ever feel lonely. Try at least something. Just, and I don't know if you if you if no hopefully maybe this video gets maybe a couple of views. Maybe write a comment just on how you feel about how you're lonely, or how you will, or like what's your opinion. Or maybe again, like you can just text, hey, I also feel lonely, and maybe I will also, maybe someone will text that everything's going to be alright. Sadly, you cannot, you have to choose if everything's going to be alright. Sadly, time cannot help against loneliness, really. You have to do something about it. So, I mean, at least I'm trying nowadays. Again, still trying to get into Berghain. But yeah, it's been a bit more emotional, I guess. This topic, I guess, it was one of the main things I wanted to talk about on here, just because it's been a problem for almost a decade. So yeah, hopefully you're not alone, and I hope I will see you in the future. Goodbye and take care.